Homemade tortillas are so easy to make. Welcome to Shop Bought vs Homemade, episode 21. In this series, we'll be comparing pre-packaged, pre-made supermarket foods to the homemade equivalent, looking at the ingredients, taste, and the price, and seeing which one comes out on top. Today, we're looking at flour tortillas. Homemade flour tortillas are so much easier to make than you might think. We take 250 grams of plain flour, add 40 grams of olive oil and a pinch of salt, then add about 150 mils of boiling water. We use a spoon to mix together into a dough, and when cool enough, we start kneading. When smooth and soft, we divide into 60 gram balls, then roll these into thin tortillas. We cook in a hot, dry pan for about 30 seconds on each side, making sure there's no raw dough on the outside. And that's it. The shop-bought tortillas contain flour and oil, along with glycerol, mono and diglycerides of fatty acids, and calcium propionate. We splash them with water and heat in the microwave for 12 seconds. Side by side, they look pretty similar. The homemade one's a bit darker brown and looks more rustic, but the taste is what counts. The shop-bought tortilla is soft, but it's actually quite chewy and has a slightly plasticky flavour. A 5 out of 10. The homemade one's really soft and really light with a lovely flavour. When warm, it's a solid 10 out of 10, but even after they've cooled down, they're at least an 8. To really test them, I made a chicken fajita wrap with salsa. Again, the homemade wins hands down. The shop-bought one actually detracts from the filling, whereas the homemade one perfectly complements what's inside the wrap. Price-wise, the shop-bought is 17p for a tortilla, whereas the homemade ones work out at under half the price at 8p for a tortilla. The homemade tortillas take about 10 minutes to make, but they're so much cheaper, so much more delicious, and not full of ultra-processed ingredients. They'll last a couple of days in the bread bin, or you can make the dough in advance and freeze. This is a win for homemade because